couple months ago, when we first were talking about birth control, and the doctor would pay $60. That's when I first asked the questions, because I didn't know what was going on. I went over, I had talked to Suzette Rotten, and she had no answers for me, so I went over and talked to, what was the lady who said 2 weeks ago? Jeanette and another lady.
Probably Joyce.
And they brought out contraceptives that we were buying, because we did purchase, we had like a big grant that we did approve here a while back, and orthomicron 35 milligram is one of the birth controls. I took pictures of them. And REC-PSN, it's hard to read, by Watson. It's a daily pill that they give out over there. And Orthron triglycerine, a tablet dispensing refill, that they hand those 3 different products out over there. And these are birth control pills. And I approved those because they weren't like the after morning pill that aborts. And they weren't a pill that made the wall so it wouldn't attach. I believe conception starts, like I've always said, when the sperm meets the egg. I went to our birth place over here across the street, Caddy Corner, visit those people. They went through these pills with me. I did a thorough study, and they assured me that these did not cause any type of abortion. Now, let me back up just a minute. When you say it doesn't attach to the wall, what about a test tube baby? A test tube baby is made out in a test tube, basically. They got a little flat on the outside. I've done some studying on that. And it may be quite a little while. They can actually see the form of the baby before they insert it. So you consider that not a baby? I think the first man was born in 71 or something, was a test tube baby. And so there are different birth control pills, and I never said I'm against birth control at all. I am more for something that would prevent disease. I think that's one of our main, for our department. Another thing too, on this waiting list for these IUDs, they cost between $300 to $600. Now, if you go downtown and to the doctor's going to charge you $600 to $900. A doctor makes about $300 plus whatever the office call is, plus when they come back and check them, which they are doctors. They're not a nurse. You know, and I first of all, I don't think it's our responsibility to be doing it, even for the lawsuit, but that's just a second thing. Next of all, if we had a waiting list of these people, is it only the poor people that can be on this waiting list?
I don't know.
No, it's not. As a matter of fact, the mayor of the city, his wife, he told us that she gets her birth control pills.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with that.
So he could go down there and they could get it's not about money necessarily.
And I don't know that there's a waiting list, but we have people that have requested this, and that we have.
But they could have $100,000 income and have just as much right to request as anybody else.
That's true.
Yeah. So it's not. We're not. You know, you came back to me last time and said, well, these are for poor. We're helping these poor people. No, that's not necessarily true. And who picks out this waiting? Who makes that decision? Okay, well, these 10 people, there's just so many things that I don't think it's the health department's responsibility to make all these choices.
Well, if we do have an at-risk population in Salina that would not have access to these services unless we provide.
Well, they may not get them anyway because they may give them to the ones that.
But for the ones that we can get them for, then we can help those people.
But it's not necessarily for them. We're not saying, okay, you make under $10,000 a year, so we're going to give it to you. No, you can make $100,000, and you're on the list just like anybody else.
Well, and that would be an individual's
So
decision to
let's
come to the
not
health
say it's
department
for the
and
poor
ask us.
people. I don't want to hear that. It's not just for the poor people. It's for anybody that qualifies. Any birth control, anybody in this room that wants to go down and get birth control, it's a woman, I'm sure. You're allowed to do it. You don't have to have they don't ask the income, isn't that correct?
I am.
No, they don't. She told me that, they don't. So, but going clear back to the first step is that, and it's my stand, it's nothing to do with birth control. It's about whether that birth is at, when it attaches to the wall, I don't believe that is what it is, it's when the sperm enters the.
But are we in a position to be
Yeah,
making
well-
those decisions?
Well, I guess I am, yes.
I just believe
Because
that us
I've
as a
made
board of
my-
health,
I've made
and
my
health department,
decision
it's
that
not
I-
our decision,
well,
it's
no, it-
individuals' decision.
Well, no, they can go to the doctor, they can go anywhere they wanna get and buy whatever they want. But as far as this commission funding it, I say no.
But for those people that don't have access to go to their doctor
How
and get
do-
this, we've dictated to them
Okay,
that they
let's back
do
up.
not have
Dr.
an
Free,
option.
Dr. Freela, is that who was here last week? And he's in charge of the clinic, the other type of clinic. They have access there
They have excess?
to birth control or anything down there they want, yeah.
Okay.
Because they're low income, and they do qualify because they are low income.
But the way this grant works is that these things are purchased through this grant. They're $300 to $600 a piece. We cannot charge for them. We charge actually, they get them provided at no charge. So for people who do not have access to their doctor, they now have an
Well,
option.
you're
And
not-
we're dictating to them.
You don't
that
know
they-
that because the mayor's wife could go down and ask for one and have just as much right as anybody else. Yeah,
I mean,
well, there is no problem, but don't say it's just for the poor. Let's get off that subject.
I'm just saying it's for at-risk population, it has nothing to do with money. At-risk is people who are young, they feel like they're not responsible enough to go into birth control. They have medical issues to that type of a therapy, so they're looking at this is a good option for them, and so that's what they're looking.
And now we back up, we had a lady in this morning talking about things that did cause problems